January 9th. Among the information we received about Phoenix Academy was that it was designing a course for students with special educational needs between the ages of 12 and 17, based on the fact that the school could not disclose the specific educational needs of the participants and did not want to label the students in this way, and that the information Matt shared with us mentioned that they were excited about doing digital things, anything with animation, VR, GIFs, etc. So based on this information, I started researching young people and the need for blended education to make the workshops accessible to everyone, and I thought the best way to do this for our project was to have flexibility in the design and allow them to design their learning however they wanted. January 12th. After several discussions in our group on Zoom, I thought that starting from the fact that students like animation, using an ancient machine in animation, the Phenarchistiscope, can let students understand the principles behind animation creation in this way. At the same time, I am still thinking about how to meet the needs of different students. Besides vision, is there any other way to allow students to participate in activities with more senses? After the breakout session, I discussed with my peers from the same background the concept of visualizing sound to allow more participants to join in, and reflected on the limitations of my solution and the lack of design flexibility. We plan to use interactive devices such as the Touch Designer, which uses visuals and combines them with music, and a projector to project them in the space to bring the participants into the experience. By simply speaking into a microphone or creating a sound, the screen will generate an image in real time, visualizing the sound. We were trying to use differences in the brightness of the lights, using the intensity of the lights to allow people with visual difficulties to perceive the changes in lighting, but in talking to Harsha, we realized that some people with visual impairments do not perceive the changes in lighting, and we will continue to adjust and test this at a later stage. The idea is to achieve a multi-sensory experience that expands the work. Having a combination of sound and visuals broadens the range of people experiencing the workshop. Thinking about the relationship between visuals and sound. January 16th. In order to combine old technology with new one and fully mobilize the auditory and tactile senses of the participants. Our group held a separate group meeting in White City to enrich our proposal, and the revised further plan is as follows. Firstly, using an interactive device convert blowing air into fan rotation. Secondly, let students feel the breath and then draw the feeling and put into Praxinoscope, making it a GIF animation. Thirdly, using an app melodist to transform paintings to music. Finally, we will send student the file with their own animation with music after 2 days. January 17th. During the day we visited the GM Gallery. The paintings there inspired us a lot and also provided an open topic for our in-depth discussion with Group B in the afternoon. In the discussion with Figure B, we determined the final plan to be used on the 20th. January 19th, I printed and cut out the Phenarchistiscope tapes which are needed to draw the animation to prepare for tomorrow's workshop. January 20th. To bring students into the world of design, let the students imagine their own stories with the help of digital technology. Time allocation modified. To 30 mins as a buffer. Stage 1. Introduce an explanation and narrating 15 mind. Buffer 5 mins. Choose which method they want to do 5 min. Making drawing or collaging or sculpture 40 mins. Buffer 5 mins. Stage 2. Identifying elements 5 mins. Captioning out of making process n mind. Split groups 5 mins. Splitted group greater than Midjourney Praxinoscope animation/sound application 20 mins. Conclusion and wrap-up reflection 10 mins. Based on the above ideas, our initial ideas started to take shape. Initially, we decided to split the group into two groups, A and B, but in subsequent discussions, we decided to keep the students together and groups A and B became a full project group. The four of us worked mainly on stage to animation and image to sound. The students were very interested in making animations and drew a variety of drawings that expressed various inner emotions and put them into a praxinoscope to make GIF animations. In addition to watching the animation directly by rotating the P, we also used stop-motion animation software to allow students to see the effect on the screen at the same time, but I quickly realized that this was superfluous. For the image to sound part, we used the application Melodist to turn the drawings into music. However, during the project, we found that the students did not understand the sound station as well as they did the AI and animation. After some reflection, we think that the sound approach was not as popular because the sound was very quiet and less variable, which may not have appealed to the students as much as the previous activities were very interactive and visual, and the last part may have been relatively quiet and less flexible for sound, thus showing that the students were more interested in visualization and making sculptures. January 23rd. After the workshop, I took some time to convert the students' creations into a digital version, that is, combine their animation and music to make a short film and send this short film to their teacher. I am very happy with the final record, not only because they made so many amazing things, but we RCA students are more like the assistants of these students, helping them complete the final link of creating art.